guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Evelyn and today's content is going to be a little bit more different from the usual vlogging style, but I wanted to come on here and give you guys 8 steps on how you guys can become the it girl in 2025. Because I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to be doing the same things this year, next year. Next year is a time for us to grow and become even better. So I'm excited to share with you guys my tips, and these are just pieces of advice that I wish I had known growing up so that I could implement it sooner into my life. These are just habits and tips that have worked for me and has elevated my life. So I hope that this helps you guys. I have my iPad ready with all of the tips. So the first step is become confident. And what is true confidence? It's really just loving how you are. It's just loving everything you do and owning your mistakes, owning who you are, and not letting your past define you. And this is something that is still a work in progress for me because I struggle with confidence too. There's a mini exercise that you guys can do, and I want you guys to take out a piece of paper and write down all the things that make you who you are and all the things that you love about yourself. So writing down like, oh, I like to watch movies, I like to read. It can be as simple as I'm someone who sleeps early, I don't like to go out, I love McDonald's. It could be anything, okay? Anything about yourself that you find is very unique and that you love about yourself. And write down all those things and take a look at that list, and now tell yourself that all of these things here is what makes you who you are, and you don't need to apologize for anything, or you don't have to change for anyone, because this is what makes you who you are, and you're confident in that. You're confident in yourself. So that's like one way to help build confidence. It's also embracing just who you are as a person. So if you're someone who have a certain way of doing things, don't apologize for it, but own up to it proudly and accept that that's a part of yourself. Don't try to change who you are to fit into someone else's ideal of you. Another thing is to also keep your promises. So if I say that I'm going to get things done on my list, to check off my to-do list, if I say I'm going to complete these tasks, then I will do that. If I say I'm going to the gym tomorrow, then I will do that. When you say that you're going to do something and then you end up not doing it, in your brain, what is your brain doing is that it's basically telling yourself that what you say isn't important, or like the things that you want to do isn't important, and it's not true. So that's why it's so important to do what you say that you're going to do. And this is something that is so hard for a lot of people, and it's even hard for myself. I still struggle with this. Over time, the more promises that you keep to yourself, the more confidence you will gain, because you know that you stand on business, that you say you're gonna do something, you will do it. So that is confidence. Okay. Oh, another thing too for confidence, this is a little bit more external, is your appearance. I'm not saying that appearances are everything, but they do make you feel and they do make you look good. And when you look good, you feel good. So that's another thing about confidence too, is that if you look and feel good and if you take care of yourself, then you will naturally also come as confident when you interact with people in real life. Number 2 is creating the aesthetic lifestyle that you love. I love this one because for me, my safe haven is my home. It is, number 1, my bedroom, and it is my home. So I will curate, I will decorate it to exactly how I want it to look and how I would feel good being in this space. It also helps with keeping a daily routine too and getting things done, because you are in a place where it makes you productive. My aesthetic is very girly, it's very pink, so a lot of how I decorate my place will be like a very girly and pink aesthetic. This is not to say that you should go and buy a bunch of things and break the bank, because you really don't have to. It's one of those little purchases that just elevate your home and make you feel more productive, and it will help with what you need to get done. So you don't need to buy anything super expensive or buy a lot of expensive decor, but just decorating your space to how you want it to be and how you would feel comfortable being in it. Another tip on this is also using novelty items. So I have a pink Stanley cup that I absolutely love and I use it all the time. I actually think that if I didn't have it, I would not drink as much water as much as I do now because of my pink Stanley cup. It's just so convenient to carry around and it's so cute, and I kind of decorated it with little charms and personalization to just make something so normal like drinking water even more enjoyable. They're little investments that you make, but they make your life better and they make your daily life better. So that's why I love to invest in little novelty items that you can use daily. And going into 2025 like that, it will definitely change your days. Number 3, building healthy habits and routines. Okay, I know that habits is a scary word. Everyone is so scared of that word, habits or even routines. But these things are so crucial. There is a quote that says, "The person who we are tomorrow depends on the things that we do today." It all depends on what you do now, what you do today. It does not depend on what you're going to do tomorrow, what you say you're going to do in the next 5 minutes, but it's what you do now. There's just no escaping this. Like, someone can have like these amazing imaginations, these amazing dreams, but if we don't put it to action, then nothing will come out from that. And so someone who does even like a small step, that will become something big. But someone who dreams of doing big things but doesn't put in even a small step, they won't get anywhere. So that's why even if it's a small step, it's good to take. If you know that sleeping early is what's best for you and your body, you know that if you sleep early that you'll wake up feeling really refreshed, then sleep early. If you know that at nighttime, that's when you're the most productive and you're just a night owl like that, then that's your habits and that's fine. Find out what works for you and continue to do that. If you find that something's not working for you, then change it. Being that it girl, having those healthy habits and routines is not about being perfect, but it's about doing your best, putting even that small step and that small effort to slowly build that momentum so that you can get to where you want to get. Even if it's slow progress is better than no progress. I make this mistake too, is I like to have like a big to-do list and then I think, okay, I might not actually get all of this done. So I actually only end up doing a few things. And so every day I have a to-do list of maybe 2 or 3 things that I really want to get done, and sometimes I don't even complete all 3, but maybe 1 or 2, and that's still good. That's still putting in effort to go to where you want to go. A lot of times if you have a big list or if you have big things you want to accomplish today, you might get overwhelmed. So I always say that having a small to-do list and tackling those is better than getting overwhelmed and not doing anything. That's what's been working a lot for me too, because I am a content creator and a lot of times I do get burnt out from, you know, creating content, editing and everything. So I always have a small to-do list, and tackling those really helps with my daily routine. Number 4, personal development and setting goals. Okay, I love this one. It is so important to always want to continue to learn and grow, and also having goals, having a clear vision of where you want to go. And this is not easy because you don't know exactly what to do to get to where you want to be, but you'll try different things and those things will help you. So I always use a period of time, and within that period of time that I give myself 1 or 2 things that I want to focus on, maybe 3. So for myself, let's say one of them is relationships and dating, and then the other one is my career. I will focus on these 2 things within that period of time, because let's be honest, it's kind of really hard to juggle like 5 different things. It's good to give yourself 1, 2, or 3 areas in your life that you want to develop in, and to focus on enriching those areas in your life. And once you choose what it is that you want to do better in, think about that person that you want to be, that person that has this life. Think about what this person does every day in order to achieve what she has now, and then continue to do that. So let's say you want to build your social media account. I want to build my social media account to 100,000 followers. What does that girl need to do in order to get there? Doesn't she have to post every other day? Maybe post every day. doesn't she have to engage with other people on social media? So she has to put out that time every day to work on her social media. Number 5 is embracing authenticity and realness. We know nobody is perfect, and what you see online is or may not be what it is in real life, but always show up for yourself and be true to yourself. We don't need to copy someone else or be like someone else if it's not truly who we are inside, because no one needs another copy of someone else. You know, we have something unique to bring. If you're someone who wants to live in the farmland with no Wi-Fi and own a couple of chickens, then that's who you are. Don't try to change yourself for someone else. If someone says that's weird, that's fine, because we're not for everyone. Everything about you is unique. If you have a dream and it might be weird to other people, just don't even listen to them. Don't listen to them and just continue to work towards your dream, because in the end, that is what's going to make you happy. And number 6 is beliefs and character. One of the characteristics that is so underrated these days is kindness. Kindness and humility. I know that we're in the era where people are just, you know, we're in our selfish girl era, and, you know, in a way I do like that, but also we need to have kindness and humility. So that mean girl energy, we're leaving that back in 2024. If we're feeling negative, if we're feeling jealous or envious of a friend, and this happens to me too, because I have a lot of successful friends and I am so amazed when I look at them, but there are times when I also feel like, oh, maybe it's not for me. But when I feel this way, I always remind myself that there is enough for everyone. We don't want to have that scarcity mindset in 2025. There is so much abundance in this world. If I see a friend or someone winning, I am thinking, wow, this is possible. This is possible, and it's possible for me too. Something else that also frees me too is to think and to accept that maybe this person is better than me and that's why they are winning and I'm still, you know, trying my best. So that thought frees me too, is that this person is smarter than me. This person might be better than me at this and this. And that's okay. Understand that there's enough for everyone, and also that there are just people who are better than you at other things, and that is okay. Number 7 is surrounding yourself with positive people. I love this one too, because to be honest, I only have like one person that I can really trust and go to, and that is my sister. I also have a few close friends. From time to time, it's healthy to complain to each other about certain things, and that's fine, because that's human. When I spend time with them, I always want to make sure that we are leaving a positive impression on each other. There's a fine line between healthy complaining, but then now it's kind of affecting both of your lives. Like, it's not helping. Also, being mindful of how you spend your time scrolling on Instagram or social media. What you consume is who you become, or what you begin to think about. So it's important that what you're consuming online are things that actually help you grow. Curating your social media For You page into things that are inspirational and things that will help you. Something else I wanted to add on to here is to try not to complain too much. And this is hard for me because I'm someone who whines and complains about some things too. This is not easy, but every time I catch myself complaining, I always remind myself that there are some things that I can change and there are some things that cannot be changed. If something can't be changed, what can I do to alleviate as much stress from this as possible? Let's be real here. There are some things that you cannot change. And so with that being said, what can I do to make it better, to make my situation better? So that is on surrounding yourself with positive people and just being positive yourself. Also is good too if you have a hard time meeting people or just surrounding yourself with that good group of people. Reading books is also very helpful too. I love to read books on like self-help. There is a book called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Joe Dispenza, and this book is really amazing because it really taps into how drastic we can change our life around if we put in the effort and if we believe it. I've reread it more than once, so I would definitely recommend this book. One of the practices that I love to counter negativity or complaining is to have a thankful and grateful attitude and mindset. So what I have is like this gratitude journal. It's called the 5-minute journal. There's also a gratitude journal as well from Intelligent Change, that's the brand. But I have this journal and it takes 5 minutes to write an entry each day. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't write this every day because I don't have that perfect habit yet. But when I do use this, it helps so much to think about 3 things every day on what I'm grateful for. Things might look bad now, but there are things to be thankful about, and it just helps to counteract that negativity. I don't know what number we are on right now, but I think we're on the last one, so whether that's step number 8 or 9. I wanted to add vision boarding. Vision boarding is something that a lot of people don't really like to do because they feel like it's bogus and it just takes up time. But I actually really love vision boarding because not only do these things manifest, you look back at like what you wanted at the beginning of the year, and then you see at the end how much you have achieved. And it might not look exactly like how you envisioned it to be, but you can learn so much about yourself and what you wanted and how those things shifted or changed or transformed throughout the year. I have this old vision board. Through acting like that person that I wanted to be, I did achieve some of these things that I wanted, and it's pretty amazing. For me personally, I'm going to create a 2025 vision board. I believe that's everything I want to share about my 8 steps on how to become that it girl in 2025. I hope that these things resonated with you. Let me know in the comments below which step resonated the most with you, and what are some habits or what are some things that you are going to incorporate in your 2025. And being the it girl, it does not mean being perfect, but it really is becoming who you want to be more throughout time, creating that life that you love. Have an amazing new year. I hope that you achieve everything that you always wanted in 2025. Bye, I'll see you guys in the next one.